welcome back to Feed the Beast Agrarian Skies. I'm CZSurvivor, and let me explain. Basically, the FTB launcher got an update, and in that update, one of the things that they added was, well, they updated the Johnsmith texture pack because it only went up to, I believe, was the Minecraft version, so the Minecraft mod pack, and that's when I started playing FTB. So yeah. Let's drop down here before I run out of power. So, not everything is done, as you can see. There are a few things that aren't done. One thing I do like that they've done is they've done part of the former static harness, as you can see the back piece, but the actual clothing bit isn't. But hey, you have to start somewhere, and texture packing mods takes a long time. So yeah, a lot of things have been done. That enemy fluid terminal looks so ugly. Ugh. Right, so yeah, I've got one question for you. Do you like the texture pack? Do you want me to keep using it, or would you like me to revert back to vanilla? Your call. So yeah. Ooh, sorry about that. Hope that doesn't go through too bad. We've got some quests to hand in. So, first of all, let's go into our book and let's go through all the quests that we have. We've got one in bees and trees, which was tree breeding, which was just to get a Civ upgrade, an Alpha Civ, Mutron, Industrial Grafter, and Spectacles. And this gives us some pollen, and I think I'll take the lime pollen. And we'll go to 7, eat our heart, use our greater reward bag. A bee, right. You'll all sort out in a second. Let's see, what's the next quest that we're on to? Oh, they've changed some of the things in here and it looks very nice. Yeah, I completed that stage as I said I would. Let's see, so we need blood runes or ritual stones. I'll take ritual stones personally. So that's that. We've got another heart and a reward. Blackberry seeds. Useless. But it's a reward nonetheless. Let's see. Go with the flow. Now, let's see. They look a lot better with the Johnsmith buckets. Sticky situation. Honey, what's that? That looks a bit weird. So, you just have to hand in a load of honey. And to get honey, I'll quickly show you now. If which was the elevator? That one? Yep. Down another level. Everything looks... Oh man, the centrifuges look so much better. An RF. Oh, I've been wanting one of them for ages. Now I have 2 Formium ones. But I did get the one focus of equal trade. No matter. So, let's see. To get honey, you must... If I come over here... This is a squeezer, and it squeezes honey drops. Now I squeezed all the tinted honey drops, the purple ones that I was getting from the JDB, and I just had here was the quest delivery system, the QDS. I just placed it there, set it to the quest, and allowed it to pump it all in there. Now I've got this. I've just got a tank full of honey, and then I'm voiding extra honey that I get, so I can get the purple dye from the tinted cones. Oh man, that looks so much cooler. Man, I'm loving Johnsmith. So long since I've used it in modded world. They even look epic. That looks just silly now. The creepers look so innocent in this pack. I love it. I love it even though they look innocent. Can I, like, go up please? So yeah. Now that we have that, we can move on to our next quest. Now, I'm currently working on liquid bees. If we come over here, just some of the things that I've been currently working on. I'm currently liquefying bees, and they go in here whenever I have some, and it fills up these 2 tanks. Now, it fills up the first tank, and then goes into the second tank. Once it starts going into the second tank, this fluid duct can access it, and it's putting it into this quest delivery system. So I always have a tank full of liquid DNA for these 2 machines which I've been using, and I must have taken the item out. Haven't done the interfaces yet. no matter. But they have done the Mutatron. So yeah, this is one of the things that I had to make, and this is the mutagen producer. I didn't actually make the mutagen producer. I had to make this guy here, the Mutatron, which we will now be upgrading into the advanced Mutatron. Difference between the two is the advanced, you can pick which species you're going to get. The non-advanced, you don't. Now, unfortunately, these things suck power. Where are you getting power from? Alright, it'll be stored in the cable. No? Oh, you're filling up with mutagen. So yeah, quite expensive to power. I had to turn them off because my system nearly got drained. Now also, we got another quest to do, and it was to make the sigil of the Green Grove, which you saw there. It was 3 harvesters, 2 planters, and 2 fertilizers, along with not first level, not a tier 1 slate, a tier 2 slate, I forgot what it's called, and a apprentice blood orb. That's not the normal recipes you can probably guess because they're MFR blocks, but Jaded thought I'd best be evil and make life harder for them. If you don't know, Jaded's the mod pack, the one who made this pack. Let's see, so it was under You're a Wizard, Steve, and it was useful sigils. Potion flask, I'll take the right one. So let's see what I got. I'll stick you lot up there. See what potion did I get. Regen, that's nice. Would have been better sooner, but hey. Blackberry juice and cherry jelly. That just has cherry jelly. It has that kind of rhyme ring to it. Now, is there anything else? I'm sure. Oh yes, there is. The end. 5-star chef. Right, so it had 2 tasks: to craft 64 delighted meals and 64 supreme pizzas, and then hand in 64 white mushrooms, 64 rye, barley, bananas, and asparagus. You've seen the banana tree, the asparagus, rye, barley, and white mushrooms all plant on farmland. Just plant on there, and I just bone mealed them up real quickly. So this gets us a reward bag, a green heart canister, and a full heart. So, full heart, may I have you? Green heart canister. You can go there, and reward bag. Oh, a yellow heart canister. Well, that's a lot of hearts I've just acquired. So, that's that. Is there anything else that I was working on? Oh, yes. We have matter balls here. I'll just show you what the quest is. We come into here. Under, for the hoarding, I've done a lot of quests off camera. I was getting bored, so I decided to do a few. That looks a lot cooler. Beyond that bit, just because that's not been textured, but hey, matter balls. We have to create 1,000 matter balls. Now, how do you do that, you're asking? Well, here we have an ME condenser. Now, it has 3 modes: condense into a singularity, condense into matter balls, or condense into nothing. Just destroy it. I did have it set to matter balls, but then I switched it over to a singularities. Probably won't need singularities in this pack, because you use singularities to create quantum tunnels so you can access your ME network miles away. I'll get into it in the monster pack if you're watching that with me. So yeah, and you just put it in here and you put in items and it turns them into those recipient items. So we'll just quickly get all these. Those are 2 notes of things that I have to, some more quests I have to do. So manually submit. Oh, we can do it. We can claim our rewards of a reward bag and a full heart. So a heart, and is it hinting at me something? Fishing rods. Is it saying that I should be doing mariculture or something? To me, it seems like it wants me to do mariculture. You know, that hinting. Now, this energetic comb, we're going to have to leave because the quest to do it is actually a lot harder than what I first realised, and we'll get into that in the future. So, next of all, over here in the Resident Strongbox, no, in the chest above it, sorry, I moved everything around, we have some slime. You may be asking, what's this slime for? Well, if we come to this quest, you have to hand in slime. Now what I did is I have a blue slime in a safari net and a green slime in a safari net, so the vanilla slimes, and basically I just put them in the auto spawner and set it to auto spawn. So we've got a few more slime than what I needed, and I just converted all that slime into slime blocks for this quest. So we can hand this in, we can get a king slime, a bounce pad, or a slime channel. Well, that's cheap, that's impossible to craft. That was my logic. And he is the boss, which we will fight in the future. Not today's episode, but the future. Let's see, what can I put in here that's not going to clog up the system? Nothing. I just thought you probably want to see my altar now, because it's currently at tier 3, as you can see. Some runes of sacrifice. I spent ages just making runes of sacrifice, and that just makes sacrificing mobs more efficient. It gives you more blood. I'll just prove to you here that it's a tier 3. You need those those pillars here with glowstone on top. They are actually part of the construction. Village is the best thing to sacrifice as well, just letting you know. So our last 2 quests, as this sign says, is to make some things. And first of all, fish sandwich, leafy fish sandwich. Now as you can see, I've got 1,000 raw fish. I'm going to tell this thing to craft me 1,000 leafy sandwiches, because that's how many it needs. Now you may have seen before, if we go down here, a fisher. Now I'm just going to set this fisher to only have 128, so that's 2 stacks it'll keep. Basically, redstone signal will turn it off, and whence there's more whence? That's not a word, is it? Maybe. Once it has more than 128 fish in it, it will turn on the redstone. So yeah, I increased my centrifuge because it couldn't keep with the comb output that I now have from my bees. So yeah, the fisher's just currently doing that. Next of all, if we come up here, whilst we're waiting on the fish to be made, in here, I'm making something called a gold electron tube. Basically, the fermionic fabricator uses glass that it melts into liquid glass. You create a recipe here, and then this is a glass cylinder holding the parts inside. Now, I forgot what the actual name for these things are. Oh, it's an old-fashioned thing. It's not used anymore because it's too big and unreliable, but back in the day, probably sometime near where I was born, it would have been something that was used in portable radios and stuff like that. I can't remember the name for me. I'll have to put it on screen now. I'll have to look it up because it's really annoying me. So yeah, we can now use this to make some I'm spelling alphabets right. Yes, alphabets. So we need a fan. Did I not put the alphabets in here? Oh yes, I did. Alphabets. So I need a fan, a heater. What's wrong with the heater? Oh, I need more. Where's the gold electron sheet thing's gone? A heater, and lastly, I'll have to check in the quest book. I can't remember what it was. This is under bees and trees. Lighting, heater, and fan. So lighting, right? Because I've got the heater and fan, so I need lighting. Where's the lighting one? Oh, there it is. It looks dead weird. So I want you there and you there. Now, if you don't know, alvearies are multi-block structures added by just forestry, and basically they're better for breeding, for having bees in than apiaries. but they're multi-block structures and very expensive. So we get some drones, some comb, and we get either alvearies or a reward bag. I'll take the reward back actually. Manually submit them and the reward bag. So now we have some hearts, some bees. Really, I don't care about much of them at this point. Put those combs in the system because they'll get sorted out, and open this bag. We got limestone. I don't care about limestone. Thank you. Goodbye. So yeah, the fish sandwiches may be done. Let's have a look. How far are you through? Oh, it's got that bug. When you load a world, basically the whole thing resets. So I'm going to have to actually wait here a while for all this bread to be made, and then we'll be back. So, as you can see, I have an inventory full of leafy fish sandwiches, which is exactly 1,000 leafy fish. So under for the hoarding, we open it, and we go find surf and turf, manual submit, and eeny meeny miny mo. Claim our rewards. So, 2 hearts, a legendary reward bag. That would have been nicer sooner, but yeah, what can you do? Does it have any upgrades? Not really, no. And an epic. Never gold. Do I have any never ore? I have some uranium. Now we'll get into that in the future. Where's the pulverizer? I want. Let's see. It does transmute straight in. Yeah, dust. Thought so. So gold dust goes in there. Right. So now that we have that done, just put you in there because you're related to that stuff. You in there, and this inventory is going to take a while to clean up. Just quickly, hopefully, a while maybe, or I can do it quickly if I can get to this chest. Sometimes that one hill step assist can be more annoying than it's worth, but I am not going to trade it in. XP. So I don't really know why I cared about XP. So now that we've done that, we're going to start a new quest line, and that is steel powered flight, because all the other ones I've done at least something. Even the end I have done something, whereas steel powered flight, no. So step 1 is to get a steelworking book. Now you do that by getting seed stone, which is this stuff, and pouring it over a book. As you'll see, we get the steelworks book. We can then, oh, it's detected that we have it. Yellorium dust is more expensive than graveyard soil and has a lot more uses. And this also gets us some seared bricks. No, scorched bricks, sorry, not seared. So we can get our goods reward. Like, I really need you. So, next of all in steel powered flight, there's 2 paths we could take. We can go down the High Oven Hijinks or 3 Mile Island. Now 3 Mile Island seems pretty easy, so we can detect that we have Yellorium dust. Now graphite is made from coal. What am I cooking in here? Nothing at the moment. Okay, you smelt it some way you desire, and now it'll become graphite. So that's not my access terminal. Need a graphite bar. Just let me. I was looking for stuff before, and that's why the system's all a bit different. So I can get nether uranium, rutile, plutonium, or yellorium. Now you make plutonium from yellorium. Well, you make plutonium from cyanite, which you get as a byproduct from yellorium. Nether uranium. I'm going to take the nether uranium just because I can. We'll put another heart in here. And eat that other heart. 2 different types of hearts. So we've got steadfast. Oh, these are nice bees. I do remember them being very important in one of the bee things. You 2 can go here, and I must remember to breed them and have a look at them off camera. So we have that. Right, so we've got 2 quests we can now do under this. Reactor warm up, which is to make a reactor, but that requires steel. To get steel, you need a high oven. And to do that, we can do this quest. So we need a controller, scorch drain, bricks, and duct. Well, before we get started, I've got some bricks in here. Now, to make scorch bricks, you pour seared stone over bricks. So we can just start doing this. So whilst that's doing, how many do we need? We need quite a few actually. Where's a crafting table when I need it? Just nab this one and bring it over there because I'm going to be doing some crafting over there. Well, that still have me apprentice blood orbing. Can I? Just dropped it on the floor. Whoa, a bit of lag. Where do I want to stick it? Over here. So we can create our controller. I like how the actual blocks have been done, but the item hasn't. That. We also need a scorched brick and scorched duct. And the bricks are made like that. Now, how do you make scorched? How do you spell it? C-O-R-C. Yeah. Scorched duct. Ah. Oh, so that's how you get items in. So I need another 6 bricks. Okay, that's not too hard. Quickly craft you. This shouldn't be too hard. Quickly get this done now. Are you like out of seared stone? No, you've still got a nice large amount of seared stone in there. Bit weird there. No matter. That should be our last one. To create these things, so come over to this. Oi! You can throw them? That's more annoying than anything. I didn't want to do that. Well, I just threw that at that. Not quite what I wanted. Kind of a waste. So we have that done, and we can claim a reward. And I'm thinking I'm going to take scorched bricks to help in the building of the high oven. Oh, so we got, what was that, copper beech sapling. I think that's just the name for the tree. So now we can create our high oven. Now, where do we want to create it? Well, that's a question. Let's have a look. I don't think we're going to get into any more quests today. So let's see, where's the steel workings book, and I'm going to have a look at this. Right, so I'm currently making some more seared stone, and some more scorched bricks. Now, as you can see, the way I'm doing it is by putting fluid ducts in the pumping out seared stone into casting tables, and I'm just putting the bricks in there, and they're getting cast very quick, as you can see. Making it nice and easy. And if you're going to do this, I'd do this as well. We're now going to insert our last block for the high oven. And when we insert this, it should produce, yes, a high oven. Now, the bigger the high oven, the higher temperature it can reach. Now, what we need to make is steel. So if we come down here, it shows you one of the recipes for steel, which is iron, charcoal. Then you need oxidizer, purifier, and I forgot what the other one is. Oxidizer, reducers, and purifiers. It's quite realistic, this. I don't believe some of the items actually would work in real life, but hey. So we need sand, redstone, and sugar. And I just gather all this XP because it's not good to have XP lying on the ground. So I need sugar. I don't have a stack of sugar. Okay, I don't know what I was just going on about. It's redstone, gunpowder, we need some charcoal, we need some iron. And we need some sand, right? It was sand. Yep, sand, and that'll make us steel. So hopefully this high oven can reach high enough temperatures. So we want our iron ingots there. We want our sand. Okay, why isn't this working? You should be working. Apparently it needs an active redstone signal. Oh yes, yes it does. So we're gonna have to wait and hope this heats up to high enough. Once it does, we should have steel. We are currently approaching the temperature necessary to melt our iron into steel and produce steel. So I'm gonna get a stack of steel from this, hopefully. Now, I don't know the exact temperature, but I know that you need it at least 4 high. 3 high oven will cap out at 1000 degrees centigrade, whereas a 4 high, I don't know where it caps out, but it's heading towards the temperature. We'll find out what temperature is that the steel melted. I've got a feeling that'll be 1500. Oh, no. It might be now, because that was just flickering. It might be. We must be getting close. Look at all that XP over there. So the only problem with these things, at first I thought it'd be epic, I'd have loads of XP. Now it's just a pain in the rear to go get it. Oh well. Focus back on our high oven, reaching 1500 shortly. Less than 8 degrees away. Closing in. Okay, I'm just gonna wait till this is done. There it goes. It's done. It melted. It's got molten iron. So will that melt into steel? Have I got these in the wrong places? Let's see. Is that it? Oh, I can't remember. Oh, yep, we just got some steel. Apparently 2 iron didn't want to make into steel. No matter. We'll sort that out later, but yeah, we're making steel. Now I just believe that you pour it out into casts. Nice and simply. Let me actually try that. I think it uses these things. Let's just have a look. Scorch. Yeah, it doesn't have a scorched own thing. I have a cast. I'll go make some more scorched. No, seared. Names are confusing. You will need to disappear, and I'll sort you out in a second. We'll put our ingot cast here. We'll put our faucet on there. We'll put our steel to the bottom, and yep, we have steel. So unfortunately we've run out of time for this episode, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. Don't forget, down in the comment section below, tell me your thoughts on using the Johnsmith texture pack or resource pack. It's a bit awkward to switch over it now because I'm so used to saying texture pack, but hey, whether you think I should or shouldn't, you got any other comments or questions, drop them down there. I'll answer them if possible. Don't forget, leave this a like if you really did enjoy it. Don't forget, share it on Facebook and Reddit. Tell your friends, whatever, Twitter, nearly forgot that one. Stay well, and Survivor out.